Hey guys, it's HarleyWood. Welcome back. A few months ago, I did a video on my new plate carrier from Agilite Gear. I'll post a link in the description below to that. In that video, there was a lot of social unrest at the time. And about the worst thing you had to worry about at that point was no toilet paper on the shelves. It was kind of right in the beginning, middle of the COVID-19 freak out. And I mentioned that if the social fabric started to tear anymore, you may have to worry about more than just that toilet paper issue. Fast forward to June of 2020, and stuff's gone crazy, man. People are out of their minds. I live about 35 miles outside of Atlanta. I work downtown. Granted, we're working from home through the end of the year, so I don't really have to worry about that, but I do still travel quite a bit. Several weeks ago, protesters actually came out on the interstate in Atlanta and were banging on windows, were scaring people, were riding four-wheelers up and down the interstate, major interstate, blocked traffic for miles. And my wife actually has a girlfriend whose family got caught in that. They had two little kids with them, and for days after that, the little kids were having nightmares. They were terrified. They didn't understand why people were banging on their windows. It was a very traumatic experience for them. Fast forward a few days after that, my wife and I had to travel through town. And I rode shotgun. I made my wife drive, and I took my AR-15 and had it in my lap. And I said, I'll be damned if somebody's gonna pull me and my wife out of the vehicle. But anyway, it made me think about this. This is the RMP Rifle Rack from Grayman. And I saw it at SHOT Show 2020. We were very impressed with it. We talked to the guys for quite a while. And I kind of didn't really give it any thought after that until all of this started happening. Now, this can be quickly detached and taken out. It's probably not something I'm gonna leave in my vehicle just buzzing around town where I live. There's probably not a lot of issue. I'm always carrying a pistol on me, and I probably don't need something like this. But in the event that I do have to go downtown and there's a possibility of, stuff going crazy, this gives me a little bit more confidence. So you can see here I have a pair of gloves mounted, I have a tourniquet, I have a flashlight, I have a little tool pouch, and down below here I actually have two AR-15 magazines along with my SBR. This thing is super easy to install. You can see it's just got some clips on the top here that wrap around the headrest supports. Same thing on the bottom, there's just another set of clips that wrap around the base of the seat. And they also, I've seen some that have a QD solution, so you can have a standard QD mount. I actually got two different mounting solutions for the rifle. I got these rubber clamps here, and then I got this lock that locks onto the Picatinny rail. Depending on which rifle I carry in here will determine which one I use most likely. I do like these clamps, they're pretty easy and they're universal. Basically all of my rifles fit in this, but anybody can break the window, detach this and take the rifle out. The Picatinny system actually locks. I'll show you that here in just a moment. This is fairly easy though. There's just these tabs, flip them open and pull your rifle out. Here is the other option. This is called the Raptor Clock, right? You can see that it can be locked and you can see the Picatinny interface inside there. And the way this works is pretty simple. Simply clamp it onto your Picatinny rail and then you're good to go. If you depress this button, it's actually locked and there's a barrel key to undo it. To release it, as long as the lock isn't done, you simply press in and pull out. All right, let's do that again. So here you can see it's mounted up securely. Press in and it releases. And here's the bag that goes over top of it. Now it also has cinch straps on the side here, so you can take a lot of the slack out of this thing. It has a full loop panel of Velcro on the front there, so you can affix patches or whatever you want to. And if you need to get access, simply drop it off. In that Agilite video, I mentioned that I'm not some tactical guru operator type. I joke that I'm tier 6 at best. Now that I have this though, it is probably something I need to go get training in order to be able to move and operate within the vehicle. If I'm gonna have something like this that I hopefully don't plan to deploy, I should be proficient in doing it. And I mean, just look at that thing. That is cool. I've seen a lot of people employ this in different ways. You don't necessarily have to use it for a rifle or a firearm setup. I've seen guys attach fire extinguishers to this or small axes. I mean, depending on what you do, what your lifestyle is like, this can serve many different purposes. All right, guys, it is getting really humid out here. It rained about an hour ago. The sun's coming up, it's miserable. So, word of advice on this. There's a lot of different price options. I can't really go into all that because it depends on how you configure this thing. But that being said, when you get something like this, take your time to dry fit everything first. Don't mount this up and then try to do that. I put it on the tailgate of my truck. I kind of laid everything out, figured out where I wanted it, and then went ahead and started putting it together and fastening everything down. Do that, because if you put it up first and then you try to get behind there and put the little plates on and all that, it makes it a little bit more difficult. And if you remember my video of the Vertex Gamut checkpoint, I'll post a link in the description below to that review. I also have something else from Grayman, and I'll review this in an upcoming video. It's basically that same system, but fits down in this backpack pretty perfectly. Be on the lookout for that video coming soon. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. All the links and information are in the description below. I appreciate you watching. If you did like this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that little bell icon so you know when I release new videos. I got lots more to come, and I'll see you on the next one.